listen, we're super proud. Like, we're so happy to be here at this event. Hopefully we've proven to anybody, like, just go for it. Just live, right? And like, what's the worst thing that can happen? We lose 16-0 to Wrexham. We don't care because we're living, we're being bold, we're being brave, and we're having a lot of fun. Honestly, the U.S. has really warmed to Wrexham, obviously, after what Ryan Reynolds and Ralph McElhenney have done. And we know that America loves the U.S. women's national team.
All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. We got to talk about a U.S. women's soccer team getting destroyed in a tournament by the Wrexham Red Dragons, an all-male team, 12-0. Yes, they lost 12-0, as the UK announcers would say, 12-0. They got crushed. It was bad. Now, I want to read this quick article before I get into the footage of the 12-0 Slaughterfest, so that way we know exactly what we're dealing with here. A U.S. women's soccer team made up of former players took on a Wrexham men's squad in the soccer tournament TST and were embarrassed by the score of 12-0. The Wrexham team was made up of former, current, and guest players. The U.S. side featured many former U.S. women's national team players such as Heather O'Reilly and Lori Lindsay. Mia Hamm was on the sideline managing the U.S. team. Wrexham managed to score 7 goals in the opening 20 minutes, with the 46-year-old Lee Trundle having himself a day with 4 goals to his name. The shot count was 39-5 in favor of Wrexham when the final whistle blew. Now, to those of you who don't really know football, soccer, 39-5 shots is crazy. 12-0 is crazy. The stats that we seeing, 7 goals in the opening 20 minutes is crazy. It is crazy. And this just goes to show you, now feminism preached for years about equality. There's no difference between men and women, which y'all feminists played yourselves. I don't know why they would ever even say that in the first place. Y'all played yourselves, because now, it's men, dressing up as women, men parading around as women, and they are absolutely crushing women in their own sports. And I think that was able to come about because of the narrative that started in the first place, that there's really no difference between men and women. So now when men go and compete in women's sports, they can, kind of do it under the guise of, no, there's no difference. Men don't have an advantage. Feminism was at the main stage with the argument that men and women are equal for a very long time. But in recent events, trans women, aka biological men, competing in women's sports has really taken over all of national and even international attention when it comes to sports, especially because, like I said, you got biological men just going out and absolutely crushing, breaking records in women's sports. And stories like this are a testament to why men and women should be separated. Stories like this are a testament to why men should not be competing in sports with biological women. However, you still have women that are advocating for the opposite. So with that being said, we're about to get into this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe while we're watching. Now let's take a look at this 12-0.
There's Trundle able to...
That's enough. That's enough.
Mr. President, I was going to ask one of the other folks.
That's enough.
Pardon me, man.
That's 5.
Watch this. Watch Trundle come over right now.
Why are you helping me?
Because I'm not done with you.
Yeah, so far so good in this game.
So far, so good. Another goal.
That's tough.
Shot with the left and...
Make it stop!
Not yet.
10-0.
I mean,
35
it's a fast
minutes,
pace.
36 minutes.
A lot of these guys have a lot of experience,
Like
a lot
that.
of goals as well, like that, exactly.
Turnover. Jarvis, there
That's
it is. Game over.
12-0. There you have it. So it says right here, target score 12. I don't know if the clock actually expired or if they reached an amount of goals to where, you know, they were just like, all right, that's enough. Let's stop the bleeding. But 12-0 was the final score. Shout out to Savati, however you say his name. I will leave the link to this video in the description down below so that you could check out this video for yourselves and go support this guy. But yeah, guys, you saw that 12-0. The women's team did not stand a chance. But just to air a few things out to clear up some misconceptions that might be had, this was not the current U.S. women's national soccer team. You know, this U.S. women's team was made up of former players. So these are all women who aren't on the team anymore, and they played against the Wrexham Red Dragons team, which was made up of current players, former players, and, you know, players that they just grabbed from outside somewhere. And a 46-year-old dude on that team had 4 goals, which is crazy. But that doesn't nullify the point, because we've seen clips like this. I think everyone has seen this clip around. So we've seen that clip. And also, I think it was 7 years ago, the U.S. women's national soccer team, the U23 women's national soccer team, went up against the U15 FC Dallas boys and lost 5-2. So the moral of the story here is you got older men beating women, you got younger boys beating women. The moral of the story here is, guys, and I think most people know this, but men and women are different. When it comes to sports, they need to be separated, because it don't matter if it's U15 boys going up against, you know, 23-year-old grown women, they losing. It don't matter if it's old retired dudes playing against women, they're losing. The argument that men and women are equal used to be in favor of feminism in the past, historically, but now it's to their own detriment, because you have biological men who, you know, feel like they're women, identifying as women, going into the sports and absolutely crushing girls. And stories like this, or, you know, events like this, when stuff like this happens, this just puts on display the biological fact that men are physically superior to women. You know, a lot of people don't consider or deem soccer as a very physical sport. I played soccer for 10 years growing up, and it is a physical sport. You know, men are faster, so it's not just about the one-on-one bodily physical contact, but it's also the speed at which you run, how hard the velocity you get on the ball when you kick it. You know, this stuff matters. It don't matter if you're talking about soccer, tennis, basketball, track, whatever sport you want to name, whatever sport you want to throw out there, men always have an advantage against women. It's just reality. It's just reality. You know, don't get mad at reality. It's just reality. But all right, guys, that's all I got for this video. Don't got to talk about this too much more in depth. We all knew what time it was at the beginning of the video anyways. You know, these women, they signed up for the tournament. They dared to be great. They tried it. They fell short. But, you know, the reality is it's the difference between men and women. And, you know, we gotta honor biology a bit more. But that's all I got for you guys. Let me know what you thought about this in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell on the way out the door. And until next time, you guys, I'm out of here. Peace.